Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to your reading for the week of July 9 through 22, 2024. This is a reading if you're Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Moon, Sagittarius Rising, or have another significant Sagittarius placement in your chart. If you're new to this channel, welcome. It's good to have you. And if you're returning, welcome back. If you do enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification bell. So that you don't miss my videos. I do tarot videos, I do channeling videos, and I also do my morning coffee with Breege, which is connected to my life coaching and spiritual coaching business. And I also do a daily reading within those as well. The link to my website, so you can see what kind of services I have if those interest you, and my social media are in the description box below. So, okay, so let's get started. We're starting with the Way of Cartouche deck, which is the one I always use. And then we will clarify with the tarot deck this week, just because it's really hot outside. I'm using the Halloween tarot. It's kind of wishful thinking. And then we will clarify with the Essential Oil Oracle this week. All right, so yeah, now this is interesting, Sag, because you're very similar to Libra in this. You've got the Sphinx card in the first house here, and I feel like there's certain aspects of your personality that you're not showing to people. Sphinx shows up when we are being secretive, or when we're keeping something to ourselves, or we're kind of in a wait and see mode. We're not ready to commit ourselves or show something. We're kind of playing our cards close to our chest, so to speak. Okay. And this is so interesting. I've done Leo, Scorpio, and now I'm doing Sag, and all three of you have Urias in the second house. Now, this is something unexpected around finances. And usually it's something good. It's like, it's either, or maybe you've got something going financially that maybe you don't want to share with other people right now, because maybe it's some big news. And, you know, it's kind of like when you hit the lottery and you don't tell anybody right away. I mean, I don't know if you're going to hit the lottery. Be nice if you did. But there's something here that's unexpected around money. But usually, so if there's been something, there's money you've been expecting, excuse me, or there's a situation where you're expecting a financial situation to go a certain way, or maybe you're uncertain about how something's going to come out. This generally indicates that things may not go the way you expect, but you will get what you need. Some of you, again, we've got water here in the fourth house, so this could be moving for some people. Okay, I don't know if some of you are planning on selling a house or moving. Otherwise, this could just be, this could have to do with a family member too. I don't know if somebody in your family is planning on moving or has bought a house recently, but there's definitely a sense here of movement within the home. For some people, this could also just be as simple as making a change within the home. Sometimes water literally has to do with it. You know, you could be putting a pool in or something, or maybe you've had your water lines redone. I mean, there could be something very literal like that connected to this. So take it as it resonates. Something you're waiting on, some kind of communication, or something connected to a business where patience is required. We have Isis here in the third house. So I feel like there's some situation where you are, where not only you have to be patient, but there's also a sense of needing to be a little bit compassionate or sympathetic. So I don't know if somebody is in a situation where they are, I don't know, where there's a delay in something, but maybe, you know, maybe somebody's ill, maybe something has happened, I don't know. Or there's just some kind of a situation that somebody's had where there has to be a need to wait for something. But this would be saying to be sympathetic rather than annoyed about the situation, though I don't particularly see that you would be or that you are. Okay, this is interesting. As far as health situations go, 6th house Virgo, we have fire here. So fire indicates increased vitality. So if you've been low on energy lately, fire is good because it will indicate a spark of energy. This could also have to indicate like a passion for something you're doing at work or something connected to your work, because Virgo is the house of service and work. So you may be very fired up to do something or to work on something with somebody. Maybe it might be something connected to healing when we see this in the 10th house. But Horus can also just indicate a career where you are very visible or very much seen. Excuse me, tickling my throat today. So this, I mean, Horus is a card of healing, but it's also a card of visibility. So I don't know. There's something I feel like that you're going to be recognized for or seen for. You could be a creative person too. Sagittarius here, I mean, yeah, this could also be that you're doing a certain kind of work that is very, very creative, or it's connected to health in some way. But I don't know. I feel like there may be something that you're doing that really has you fired up right now and really impassioned about what you're doing. And something for if you are trying to increase your visibility, Horus is definitely a good sign that you will be able to do that. If you feel like things haven't been going your way lately, then Horus would indicate finding a way to come through that. Now, if you are looking for love, if you're not in a relationship, or if you're just starting to date someone, we have Hathor here. So this is a very strongly feminine card. So I don't know if some of you, whoever's watching this, if you date females. I mean, and I say that because I'm not just going to say men watching the reading, because there are females who date females too. There's a strong feminine presence here. So I don't know if this is, like I said, if this is if this is somebody who is attracted to women watching this, there could be a new woman in the offing, or maybe you're dating somebody. If you're okay, and if you're somebody who's attracted to men, then Hathor here could simply indicate, I don't know, Hathor in the 5th house, to me, this could be somebody who's becoming a mother. Okay, that is possible here. So there is somebody maybe who is pregnant or is going to have a child. But this can also just be, can be quite the opposite too, because it can be a woman who's just very much interested in doing her own thing and not necessarily looking for love. Okay, because this is a very, very independent type of energy. And we have it with Earth, and Earth is, this is a very down-to-earth and practical energy. For some of you, this actually could be dating somebody who's Taurus or Virgo. That's a possibility here, or being in a relationship with somebody like that. This is also about somebody who's very steady, practical. If we're talking about a partner, it will be somebody who's financially stable. Maybe somebody who makes a lot of money, or who is in business. There's very, very, like I said, there's very, very strong energy around practicality and organization here. So I don't know, you could be, this could be a business partnership, or you could be working with somebody, or, like I said, who's either an earth sign, or is just very much connected to kind of like stability, stable home, stable family, stable finances. There's a very strong element of this here. So if you might be married to somebody like that. If you are married, if you're looking for a relationship, this could suggest having a partnership with somebody who is very stable and maybe who has all these qualities. Because Hathor, I tend to think of, if not actually having children, of somebody who just is good at making a secure space, whether that's in business or whether that's at home. And this is also a card of security. So the other possibility here is that you may have some kind of a possibility for a romantic or relationship or a marriage, but it may be a slow and steady kind of a thing, because Earth tends to be something that moves a little bit more slowly, but also that develops stronger roots. Speaking of, you have Osiris in the 8th house. So this is a card of stability, okay? This is a card of putting down roots. It's very strongly stable, and this is in your house of transformation. So you may be at a point in time now where you are planting the ore, so to speak, where you are kind of staying, thinking about how you're going to settle or how you're going to stay in one spot. I don't know. You've got Seth showing up in your own house, which is the Sagittarius house, and you have it with, so this can indicate problems or obstacles. Maybe, so it's interesting because we're seeing moving, and this can have to do with faraway places. So, or it can have to do with legal matters. It can also have to do with something having to do with school, higher education, or something like that, expanding your horizons in some way. There seems to be some kind of a block or a problem. And basts may indicate a situation where one has to move ahead cautiously, follow their intuition. There could be other people involved in the situation, or other people who have to be considered before something can move ahead. We'll clarify this with tarot. But maybe that's why there's this. Maybe there's somebody's anxious to lay down roots or to do something new. Maybe if you're buying a house somewhere else, seeing that there could mean that there's just been some delays in legal paperwork or something, or getting a closing sorted out. That's possible. But very strong energy of wanting to be settled, moving but wanting to be settled, and maybe there's been some delays in being able to move forward with that. We do see protection over here with Anubis, or negotiate, learning how, managing to negotiate a difficult situation. So I feel like maybe you are doing some negotiating with people lately. And again, with this here, you may be in protective mode. You may not even be talking very much to your friends right now. And with 12th house Nepothus, again, this is very strongly intuitive energy, but it can also be kind of a sense of feeling like I don't quite know where I'm headed, or I don't know what's next. So right now there seems to be a strong emphasis on stability for you, Sagittarius. So let's see. Let's see what Tarot has to say. Okay, we have the Ace of Pumpkins, which is the Ace of Pentacles in the first house. So this is, this looks, again, pumpkins, which are pentacles. This has a lot to do with your stability. And the ace there indicates a new start of some kind. And maybe because you were at the beginning place, maybe you have a new job, maybe you have a new opportunity, maybe you're trying to establish security in a new way, you might be keeping to yourself right now. With Urias in the second house, we have the Fool. So this is about taking risks. We're doing something that maybe some people consider to be foolish. But with Urias here, I don't know. It seems like a gamble that's going to pay off. It seems like there's a situation that is kind of, feels something that is very much at the beginning. Okay, the Fool is the 0 card in the deck. It's the very beginning of something, and you may be very reliant on the unexpected right now with regard to your finances or regard to something. But it does seem like there is going to be a risk that may pay off, and maybe in an unexpected way for you. With Isis here, you have the Knight of Ghosts, which is the Knight of Cups. So there seems to be an invitation here. And with Isis, this may be an invitation that is meant from the heart in some way, or that is something that is something that is appealing to you emotionally in some fashion. But there may be, like I said, with Isis here, it may be something that you have to be patient with. So there could be an opportunity or an offer, but there could be a reason to wait. But you may be something you want to wait for, or that you think is worth waiting for here with the Knight of Cups. Let's look at this water card. Okay, we have the Nine of Imps and the Page of Pumpkins. So again, this is very similar to the Ace in the sense of the pages are often about beginnings. They're messages, something to do with money. Possibly something to do with school for some people too, because pages have to do with studentship. But you have it with this Nine of Wands. So this is a situation, this is the Wounded Warrior card. This is where you are, there's like kind of a repeated pattern that you're tired of, and you just want to get over it, This may be connected to money or finances, or even to a situation with a house. I don't know, maybe if you're trying to sell a house, maybe you're going around and around on something. You're looking to make this new start or this new move, but maybe you can't. This could also, just looking over here at the 9th house, this might have something to do with school. Maybe you're having a problem paying tuition for somebody's university or something. Maybe somebody's taking an equity loan out to do that or something. It's ridiculous that people have to do that, but there could be something like that. That could be an issue for some people here. But the fact that we're at the 9, I feel like there's something that you're pushing through to the end. You're very close to the conclusion of something right now. Okay, Hathor, we've got it with the King of Pumpkins. So this is definitely a strong business sense here. This is somebody who's very creative and organized with regard to business. And this suggests to me that if this is about love, this is about somebody who's probably an earth sign or somebody who's a business person. Because the King of Pumpkins is somebody who has it together financially and in business. And this is showing up in the love affair house, but it's also the house of creativity. So, and with Hathor, I don't know. Again, this could be a woman, or it could just be somebody who has that very strong, because this is obviously a male card, this is a female card, but there's a very strong energy here of somebody who's safe, stable, and making an environment that's more domestically pleasing, Fire here in the 6th house we have with the Devil. Okay, so this, as I mentioned, this has to do with either health, or it has to do with a job or something you're concerned about. And the Devil seems to suggest a situation that, again, there's this idea of repeating the same thing over and over again. The Devil is often about being stuck in a pattern. And when I see it with the Fire card, it could just something that you very, very stubbornly, a belief or an idea that you're very impassioned about, but it might be representing an idea that you're attached to that maybe you need to move on from. Maybe it's something that's actually trapping you and keeping from getting to where you want to go. Yeah, there's this, yeah, I'm seeing the Four of Ghosts here, or the Four of Cups. I feel like there's some opportunity here that you may not be seeing. Like, I think you're fired up for something. And yeah, we have the Queen of Imps too, who came up. So yeah, I feel like you're very, very determined to follow a certain course of action, whether this is about your health, whether it's about a job. But when I see the Devil there may be the impetus here to actually do something a little bit different, okay? I mean, I think you will get to where you want to go, but for some reason, I think this is saying, don't let the determination to hang on to the past cause you to miss an opportunity, okay? That's what I'm seeing here. I think you have what it takes to do what it is that you want to do, or to make the changes that you want to make, but yeah, keep that in mind. Okay, yeah, Earth with Seven of Pumpkins. So yeah, this is about being patient, about waiting for something to grow. And I did say that about the Earth card here. There may be a situation here where, again, there's this very strong, practical, business type vibe to a possible relationship here, or possible new relationship. But it feels like it's something that's growing, that you're waiting to see where this goes. And so there's something here that you're evaluating or waiting on. If you're already married, then this could just be, or this could have to do with a business partnership. If it does, then again, there's just something that you're waiting to see where it goes. Again, you have that waiting energy in the first house. A lot of waiting energy here around money or business, which is interesting. Okay, you have the Page of Bats with Osiris. So again, this is about new information. Sometimes this is about information obtained from indirect sources. It could be gossip or rumor. This also has to do with somebody who sometimes is watching a particular situation. But you have Osiris here, so I don't know. This is about the fact that this is centered around stability. Let me just find a clarifier for the Page of Bats. The Eight of Bats. Okay, so this is about being kind of tied up in knots mentally. The way in which we can overthink something. There may be some paranoia about something. Maybe there's some paranoia about something, but I think about recent changes. But Osiris would be indicating that things are, in fact, stable right now. Let's look at this problem in the 9th house, in your own energy. Okay, Two of Imps. This has to do with a decision that has to be made, okay? Two of Imps here, yeah. I feel like there's some kind of a choice that you need to make. And again, this is the house of long-distance travel. It's the house of higher education, and also of spirituality and belief. Can also have to do with legal matters. But yeah, whatever this delay is here, I don't know. I mean, I think you need to follow your intuition on this one, but I do feel like you are at a situation that you're preparing something. Maybe you're not quite ready for it yet. But the Two of Imps, to me, it means ultimately that there's decisions that are going to have to be made. But they seem to be delayed right now. Like, I don't think you're really quite sure where you want to go. In the 10th house, okay, we have the King of Pumpkins down here, and now we have the Queen of Pumpkins up here. So again, yeah, this idea of, this is, again, very, very strong business vibes here. I feel like you're in a position here to, to move ahead and kind of do what you want. I got several other cards that flipped out here. I have the Two of Ghosts. I have the Seven of Bats. So again, that's very akin to the Page of Swords to me. You have the Ace of Bats. Wow. And the Ace of Imps. Okay. There's definitely a chance to do something different here. I feel like you're already very secure in what it is that you do. Maybe there's a chance to partner with somebody here. Maybe there's going to be I have a feeling there's a romantic partnership from somebody here. I don't know. Maybe it's somebody who wants to do business with you, and they're approaching you from that perspective, but what they're actually looking to build might be love, but they're doing it in a sneaky and indirect way. Maybe that's what this is. Somebody sneaky and direct who's watching. And this would be about new beginnings. This is about sudden new beginnings, both in terms of your fire, your passion, what it is that you want to do, and also a new beginning, just a new way of thinking about something too. So a lot of new beginnings here. I think they're going to come out of something surprising. You have a lot of surprises here. I think there's some things coming up right now that you are not expecting, and I think it's saying to be open to them. I don't think these are, Seven of Swords and Page of Swords could be people who are sneaky or gossipy, or but I'm not getting the vibe here that these are people with bad intentions. I think it's just somebody who's just not being upfront with you, maybe because you know, or maybe you're not being upfront with them. I don't know. But there's like a nervousness here. Maybe somebody just wants to approach you in the right way, and maybe they're delaying it. I don't know. It's interesting. Anubis here in the 11th house. You have Death, the Hierophant, and Strength. Wow, these are 3 majors. Okay. So, yeah, there seems to be the end. This is a traditional situation. I don't know. And this is in the friendship house. And so I don't know if somebody's marriage is ending. Hierophant has to do with tradition. Sometimes it does have to do with marriage. But there's this, and it could be a friend. This may not be you, okay? Because this seems to be in the house of friendship. Or just somebody, maybe this is somebody who you were taking spiritual advice from, which would make sense with the 9th house, because that is one of the things here. But yeah, I just feel like there's something coming to an end here, and like this is about you being strong, about having strength, okay? About kind of working your way through a situation, trying to be diplomatic, but also protecting yourself and your boundaries. So yeah, there's been some kind of an ending regarding, or this could be about a hope or a wish too. There's something ending, but I feel like maybe you doing something in the traditional way may not be the way it is. I feel like you may be taking some kind of a risk, and that there's a need to be strong here. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so let's look at your 12th house. Okay, we have the Page of Imps and the 7 of Imps. Okay, so Page of Imps, again, there's this new ideas, new enthusiasm. You've got Page energy in a couple places here. You've got Page of Bats. I think you have Page of Pumpkins. Yeah, so you've got 3 pages out of 4. So this is definitely messages and news coming in, things you're waiting on, new plans that you're hoping are going to take off. But again, we have the 7 of Imps energy, and this is right across from the Devil on the other side. So there's definitely a sense of you wanting to stand your ground on something. I feel like change is coming in, but you're not really quite ready to make this change. It's like you're ready, but you're not ready. But I think there's going to be some things, maybe even some relationships or partnerships that are going to take you onto a surprising new pathway. I mean, this may not be something that happens immediately, but I feel like you are definitely being taken in a new direction here. Let's look at the overall. Okay, we have the 5 of Ghosts with the Ankh. Now, the Ankh is a card of, well, it's a card of love, and it's a card of loving your life. But in order to get there, this 5 of Ghosts is the need to let go of the past. Yeah, I feel like some of you, there's a new beginning, but I feel like there's a reluctance to that new beginning. It's interesting because you also have 3 aces here. 3 out of the 4 aces. You are definitely moving towards something new here, but I think you may be trying to keep things where they are. I think you may be mentally kind of tying yourself up in knots a little bit here. Again, you may be paranoid about making a change. But I think it's basically telling you especially with regard to career, this feels like. But there's going to be a need to make a change or to move forward. You're going to be doing something different here. You're going to have decisions that you're going to have to make. And again, I don't know if these are around education or around travel. Could be something like that. Or again, around spirituality, because I saw a Hierophant over here. But overall, yeah, there's going to be a need. You can move into the happiness that you want, but you need to let go of the past. And again, as far as relationships goes, there's definitely some kind of either very significant business partnership or a love relationship that's going to be a business partnership, or maybe you're going to work in business together or something. I don't know. Whatever it is, it's building up kind of slow and steady here. And again, if this has to do with, if you're already married, this just may be somebody who's very practical, down to earth, and wants to settle down maybe into a more traditional family kind of a setting and creating a home and all of that. But it just seems like there may be some things in the way of that right now. I've drawn your Essential Oil Oracle card, and our oil is spikenard. And let me read to you what it says. The key word is faith. And the trigger statement is, why does this always happen to me? The true statement is, I am at peace. Know that everything will work out as it needs to, and hold a space of gratitude as you watch miracles unfold. Okay, so yeah, there's a space you want to be in. There's something you're building and working towards. There's some kind of a new idea or a change that you're making. And I think you're poised to succeed in spite of maybe people who are pushing back against you on whatever it is you're trying to do. But the changes you're making, they're going to come soon. But right now, there's just, like I said, there's just some delays right now. But I feel like this is definitely encouraging you to let go of the past and to go for your dreams. So I hope this is helpful, Sagittarius. If you did like this reading, do give it a thumbs up. Again, feel free to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you haven't already, if you want to be notified about these videos when they come out. Each sign comes, I do 6 signs every 2 weeks. So the next one I will do for Sagittarius will be around July 23rd. So thank you so much for watching, and have a great month, and we'll see you soon.